Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mitchells in Alaska channel. I'll give you an update today. Today is November the 6th and today we exceeded 5,000 subscribers. So that's a pretty big landmark for us since we just basically started this channel for the grandkids. So um, it's kind of amazing to me that many people watch the videos because we really don't do anything. We don't really, we really don't edit and stuff like that. Um, Not that we don't have the capability to do it, I guess, but to be honest, none of us just really want to sit down and spend the time to do it. So we basically just do what we can do on our telephone and call it good with that. So it has been fun. We definitely get a real kick out of reading all the comments from people. It's amazing how many people in Australia and Canada and Africa and Germany and I don't know how many other countries that comment on our videos, and it's pretty interesting to read the comments. So a lot of good advice from a lot of people, and a lot of people just enjoy watching them. Mostly just because it's in Alaska, and that's what's popular right now. And everybody would like to do it, but not everybody really wants to make the commitment to do it, or they really wouldn't want to live this particular lifestyle that we chose to try out. And it's been a year this month. We actually got up here, I believe, the day after Thanksgiving last year. So so we're just right at a year being here. That's pretty exciting to us because now, by the end of the month, we'll be considered Alaska residents, and that will allow us to get our hunting and fishing license here. We did buy our fishing license last year, but an out-of-state fishing license was $100. Hunting licenses were a lot more than that, so we opted not to do that. Plus, we really didn't have time anyway. We spent so much time building cabins and clearing land this year that we just really didn't have much time to do anything else anyway. So, let alone learn where and how to hunt moose and caribou and stuff like that, because we've never done it before. But we definitely plan on doing it next year. We'll probably wait till the first of the year, and we'll go down and get our hunting license and fishing license and all that at that time. So basically, Perry and I are both are over 60, so we can actually get hunting and fishing license for free, which includes all of your big game tags, moose, caribou, all of those things. So that's pretty exciting to us to be able to do that. We're getting our cabins more livable all the time. We've got water systems set up in 2 of them now. We've created a better way to haul water and put that in the cabins, and I will do a video on that. We still don't have Perry's cabin, don't have all the water hooked up in it yet. He's still got a lot of stuff on order. And as that gets here, we'll probably, I don't know, it'll probably be another month before we really have his water system all up and going good. But whenever we do, he'll actually have an inside shower and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be nice. And those are actually pretty quick tasks to do. So and it's all inside work because the weather's really starting to get colder here. I think this week it's supposed to be in the highs in the 20s and then into the teens about every night. So that's what the weather's calling for, but that changes pretty regular, so you never know. But we did get another dusting of snow this morning, so I know that snow is not very far away for our future. So so we're getting things done outside that we can for that. I think we're getting in pretty good shape on firewood and stuff like that. So we've got all 3 stoves going now for a month and a half. So so we've been burning wood for a while now. But some of the other things we've been doing some other updates. I changed the refrigerator out in this cabin had a propane refrigerator, and I sold it and bought a new electric one to go in here because with having my solar panels and power inverter and batteries and stuff like that, now I have the capability of running an electric one, and propane is $3.50 a gallon up here. So, initially, I was glad the cabin had a propane refrigerator in it, because that was pretty handy, and they're extremely popular up here. But we actually brought a couple RV refrigerators with us, which I just sold one of them today, and we'll be selling the other one before long. And I sold the propane refrigerator out of the cabin here. So anyway, got that done. I'll be doing some remodeling inside my cabin, possibly over the winter, and then come spring, we got a lot of projects still for this spring. But the nice thing about it is they're all going to be much easier projects than building houses. So we'll build a woodshed for each place. We'll do it just like the one we done for here, out of trees that we cut down and slabs from boards that we mill. So we have a lot of milling to do, because we got to mill all the boards to finish the insides of those two cabins. So Perry's don't really like a whole lot of it. He's got a couple of walls on the inside of his front porch to do, and ceilings to do in his house. And then in Tyler's cabin, we basically got to do all of the walls and the ceilings in his cabin. So that'll be a lot of milling to do. Perry's cabin will probably mill them into 1-inch planks. Tyler's cabin, I think we're going to try to do those in 1/2-inch planks. The reason for that is Tyler's cabin has OSB on the walls, so it's already got a good back support, and the insulation's already covered. So basically, we'll just be putting the rough sawn boards on it, simply just for looks. So it'll look a lot better than OSB, and kind of give it more of that cabiny feel as well. So we got that to do. We're looking forward to a little bit of snow, because we're anxious to get our snow machines out and do a little bit of snow machine riding. That is a huge amount of fun. So definitely looking forward to that. Let's see what else we got in the works. It almost seems strange now, that everybody has their own cabin, and mine feels so much roomier than it was. It's the smallest one of the three, but I don't need a lot. The biggest thing I miss is closets. This cabin don't have any closets in it, but whenever I do my little bit of a remodel, I'm going to shrink my kitchen and enlarge the bedroom, so I can have a large closet in the bedroom to hang up my clothes. That's something I miss that I definitely enjoyed before it was a closet. I probably miss my closets and my garage more than anything else that I had. I hate not having a concrete floor to work on here. That really sucks, but we'll get that done eventually. But it's not the end of the world. But so I can't fix that right away, but I can fix closets right away. And then, of course, come spring, I have one more outbuilding I want to build here. I'll build it on the side of the Connex as well, like we did the woodshed. And it'll be to park my four-wheeler in, and snow blower and that kind of stuff. So, and then besides that, then I'm going to build a new outhouse and shower house combination. So it'll be probably a 16, 18 foot long building with a small outhouse on one end and a shower house on the other end. So that'll be kind of nice. So, but this winter I'm going to go up to Perry's house, and I'll take showers inside where it's warm. So that'll be nice to do. So we're looking forward to that, and just a time to be able to have some fun this year. Last year when we got here, there was a lot of snow. We didn't have snow machines at first. We didn't have a tractor at first, but we did have to cut wood, and cutting wood in snowshoes is no fun. So this year we've got plenty of wood cut. We're not going to be cutting wood in snowshoes, and we have snow machines. We've learned how to ride those last year, and we've cut some trails around our place. We'll be able to ride some trails out around our place. Hopefully, see a little bit more moose traffic around our area, simply because we're still new here, and looking at wildlife never gets old. Whether it be grouse or moose, anything like that. We love seeing all kinds of wildlife. So that was definitely one of the main draws for coming to Alaska. And I've had some questions about what prompted us to move to Alaska. And I know I covered this a long time ago in one of our first videos before we actually ever moved. But the idea came from my brother. He decided that he was going to retire and move out here, and I thought it was the craziest thing ever. But I started doing a little bit of research and thought, man, that could really be fun. And so it didn't take me very long, and I was on board. And so from that point, whenever I decided that that'd be something I'd want to do, 3 months later, I'd sold my house and moved in with my dad and stayed there for the next 10 months or whatever, where we were doing all of our preparation work to come out here. So, which included, basically selling everything that you owned there, pretty much, buying a bigger trailer to be able to haul stuff in, and then started acquiring stuff to bring out here, that things that I thought we would need, which turns out, we wound up bringing some things out here that we didn't need. And so I don't know, we try to be prepared for everything. And a lot of people that we've met out here have told us that we were the best prepared people to move out here that they'd ever run across out here. So I feel like we came out here really prepared. We haven't encountered anything that really shocked us or was something that we thought we couldn't handle. Some of it was work, like cutting wood last year in snowshoes, but we expected that. We knew we would when we come out here, that right at the beginning of winter. But we wanted to go ahead and get an opportunity to experience winter and see what that was like. So once we got the cabins built, we'd know what to expect for next year. So what that kind of did was let us have an understanding of what their snow depth really is, and to kind of take that into consideration as we was building cabins, because where we come from, we just didn't have the kind of snowfall that we do here, and we don't have as much here as they do in other places, but still, I think the annual average here is 85 or 90 inches a year, I believe. So it's still a lot of snow, and when you can typically see, over 4 feet of snow on the ground, at a time, that's accumulated over the winter, it's pretty amazing at the snow depth. So, and it's really amazing to us that the driving down the roads, the snow will get so high that it actually covers up the signs. So, and it gets high enough that you can't see over it to actually see wildlife anymore. So that was we kind of hated that, because early on in the winter you see a lot of wildlife from the roads, and by the end of winter, the snow banks on the sides of the road are getting so high that you can't hardly see over them any longer to see what kind of wildlife's really out there. So, but anyway, we've really enjoyed it so far. There hasn't been, I guess really the only thing that we run across that we really haven't cared for too much out here is the mud. And mud is a pretty big season out here in the spring when they have, everybody calls it break up here, but basically it kind of gives you a period of time there, a month or a month and a half, that you really can't do much of anything, because the load limits on the roads are restricted to 50% of axle weight, which means, you know, the quarries don't operate, they don't run dump trucks and that kind of stuff. So, and you also can't get off the road anywhere because it's too muddy. There's still some snow on the ground, but it's too wet and soft really to ride the snow machines in. So you can't get out on the lakes because the lakes are thawing, but they're still too froze over to fish, but not frozen enough to get out on and do any ice fishing. So kind of have about a month and a half there. So far we really haven't found much of anything you can do then other than drive around back roads and just look for wildlife and stuff like that. So we did quite a bit of that, and probably will do quite a bit of that again this year. So the road in front of our house last year, a little dirt road, just really fell apart, and people were stuck all the time, and they did rebuild the road in front of the house. So the road's much nicer. It kind of sucks because basically they took all the trees off the front of our property to basically give you the privacy from the road. So that really kind of sucks. But you know, we got about a 4 or 5 foot tall berm that goes along with that. So it'll brush back over, and this little cabin of mine actually was built too close to the road to begin with, which again was kind of common, you know, back when it was a footpath, and people didn't want to clear a lot of snow to be able to get out, so they built close to the road. So so whenever we moved our driveway down more towards the other end of our property to make a little more privacy here in front of the cabin where it wasn't so close to the little dirt road, and so when they fixed the road, they were nice enough to come in and build me up a big berm over what used to be our driveway. So now I have about a 5 foot berm right out in front of my cabin, and that'll get grown back up with brush and stuff like that again. So we'll have the privacy back here another year or so, but that kind of changed the looks of things a little bit. But it is what it is. So it'll get back again, grow back up again. So can't really think of a whole lot of other updates that we've done. We've got to do a little bit of 4-wheeler riding. That was fun here a while back up at Petersville, so we got to see some new area there. And of course Hatcher Pass, you know, we still like to drive up there periodically just to admire it. It's really amazing at 20 miles we can be in the mountains, and this time of year you can't really go over the top of it because, you know, they get so much snow up there it closes off. I don't know, maybe, I don't even know if it's all halfway through it, but at the other end of the Hatcher Pass Road, I know they have over 3 feet of snow right now, and that's probably, I don't know, 40 miles from us probably, over around Wasilla and Palmer. That's where that comes out at. So, but it's neat to go up there and see the snow, see the wildlife. It's pretty beautiful. So, one nice thing about living here is we get to see mountains all the time. You can actually see the mountains out my kitchen window. Anytime we get on the road, as long as it's not foggy or something. Every time we get on the road, we see mountains all the way to Wasilla, all the way back. Coming back, we get to see, you know, Mount Denali off of Highway 3, you know, as it heads north. So it never gets old looking at Mount Denali. It's the tallest mountain in all of North America. So there is that. I think it's actually I believe it's the 5th tallest mountain in the world. So there is that we get to look at every day that most people don't get to see. So some people, the beaches are more appealing. To me, the mountains are more appealing. So I'll take the mountains over the beaches anytime, and the cold weather that goes with them. And I'd rather it be a little bit warmer all the time, but hey, if a little bit of cold's what I have to tolerate to be in the mountains, then I'll just take the cold. So anyway, as I mentioned the subscribers, it's over 5,000 today. I think 5,002 when I looked at it earlier. We've had, since we started our channel, about 720,000 views on videos. I thought that was pretty cool. and wanted to be able to share that with everyone. Thanks to my sister for helping us get our YouTube channel started and help us fix anything that we need fixed. So definitely appreciate that. She's definitely taught us a lot on that. And you know, I get questions sometimes. You know, what about the girls? You know, why aren't they in it? Well, you know, some people just don't really want to be in the videos all the time, and that's okay. You know, not everybody wants to do it, and that's okay. We still enjoy doing it. You know, it's fun to do. We like to share it. We really like reading the comments from people, and it's a good way for our friends and family, you know, back home to see what we're up to and things like that. So we don't get to talk to everybody as much as we'd like to. You know, there's a 3-hour time difference between here and where we're at, or where we came from, and so sometimes that's a little bit of an obstacle. Not that big a deal. Just got to remember it. So my boy did make it out in August, and he came out and stayed for a week, and he may come back again in February and experience what it's like in the wintertime, because all the different seasons are pretty amazing here. You know, the winter time is the winter time, and everything is totally different than it is in the summertime. So August, when he was here, was late August. It's definitely past the mosquito season, but it was really the very tail end of the salmon season. So he didn't really get to catch a lot of salmon. He did get to catch a couple of nice salmon, but so I'm glad of that, but wish you could have caught them more. It was more fun when you could stand down there and just catch them till your arms were tired and you just got tired of catching them and went home. So we plan on doing more of that this year, but last year when we did it was a lot of times after we worked all day up building cabins, and we'd run down and fish for a couple hours after supper. So it was, you know, which that was kind of nice when it was daylight, 24 hours a day. So so that was fun. That's definitely an enjoyable time of year. We're getting now down to where it's dark a lot. You know, we'll get down, and I think in December our shortest day is about 5.5 hours. So it kind of sucks to get up in the morning, and I'm an early riser, so I get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. But you know, time's going to change today, and now it won't be daylight till, you know, close to 10 o'clock in the morning. So so that, you know, from now on to the rest of winter, we'll be having our headlamp strapped to the top of our head everywhere you go. So so we'll always have one on our head and one on a charger somewhere, and we got 2 or 3 of them laying around everywhere else. So can't be without a flashlight this time of year. So anyway, wanted to give everybody a quick update. Again, appreciate everybody subscribing, and keep the comments coming. We love seeing them, and we've definitely enjoyed sharing our journey with everybody. It's been a blast. So thanks for watching.